Hi everyone, this is Laucean. Today I'm really excited to share something special with you. In this video, I'll be talking with Oscar right here, the sound engineer who mixed my upcoming album. This album has been a very personal journey for me. I couldn't have brought it to life without the help of Oscar, my sound engineer from Sweden. Even though we were from two different countries, we managed to build a strong connection through the music. In this conversation, we share how the song came together, the challenges we faced, and some of the moments that made the process unforgettable. Just a quick note, I'm from Belgium and French is my first language, and Oscar is from Sweden, so it's Swedish. We do our best to speak in English. Sorry if there are some small mistakes. So I'm really happy to finally give you a look behind the scenes on YouTube on this album. So let's get started with some questions we've prepared together. So first was, can you both introduce yourself briefly? So maybe Oscar, you can start the conversation.
Yeah, sure. My name is Oscar Lindberg, and I'm from Sweden. I am mixing and sometimes mastering music. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
Do you
Oscar
want
is
to know?
very shy.
Yeah. Do you want to know anything else?
Yeah,
I
no,
have a wife, 4 children.
yeah, yeah.
That's about it.
So and so for me, so people knows me a little bit because this is the official L'Océan on YouTube. So I'm from Belgium in Tournai, so it's very close to France, French border. It's been years that I've been composing songs, but it took time, lots of time to just produce music. So first I wanted to begin with We Have Links, that's been mixed by another audio engineer. And after that, Oscar came and we've made this album. So with the following questions, it will be more clear about how it happens. But so let's go to the second question. So how did you first meet and decide to work together? So I don't know if you have an exact moment on your...
Not an exact moment, but I think, I'm pretty sure it was through Instagram.
Yeah.
I think I saw you and started following you, and then you sent me a message, and we started talking from there.
Yeah. And you were one of my first subscriber. So I don't know how you discovered my page. I mean, I was just creating my page. You were maybe the second or the third follower. And when I saw your page, I say, oh, it's an audio engineer. And the first one was not good enough. So if people want to listen to Earthlings, they will see that the mix is not really good. And Oscar said, yeah, we could maybe start one or two songs. And this is why we made the two singles. And after the song for the album. So and just so we have the next question of how did this album idea first come to life? So this is maybe more a question about me. But after Oscar mixed the two songs, I was so happy of his work, really. People who want to mix metal music go to Oscar. Yeah, after that was more confidence. We know each other. And I said, yeah, I want to create more songs. And for 2025, I want this album to come to life. Because I've lost maybe 10 years. I had all these songs on my computer. It was all about ocean, about grief, death. And this idea was from years before. But thanks to Oscar, he bring to life everything, because mixing and recording are just two different things. And as you can see, it's a small home studio, and I don't have all the gear that Oscar have. And so, what were the main themes and inspiration behind it? So as I said, so I'm vegan for years. Maybe I didn't say during the introduction, but I wanted to talk about animals. I've been an activist before with Sea Shepherd. I had my own NGO. I think it's like that we say. So an association for protecting sharks in South Africa and many other countries. And after that, I wanted to bring a message. Thanks to music, and above all metal music, there is lots of things like that. I mean, in metal music, you can have Christian things, satanic things, but also like Gojira and many other bands. They try to bring values about humans and animals. And this is why, for me, oceans has been part of my life since the beginning. I lived in France a few years, and it was close to the beach. And so, and also during my travels. And so step by step with the piano, the music, and all this idea, I wanted to make this album, Ces Êtres Oubliés, and also about death, as I said, when you have lost someone, something very hard to live, and music helps a lot. This is why there are 2 songs about it, and I wanted, this on this album. So maybe Oscar it was difficult because it was in French. So, but there's lots of poems.
I don't know a word French, so I don't understand anything. But
you know, Adieu, Adieu, you know it.
Yeah, that one I know now.
And Swedish and French has some similar things. But we learn from each other. My Swedish is not good enough. I just can't say hur mår du or god morgon.
You're getting there.
So we have another question of what made this project different from others we worked on. So this is more for you because when you listen to the first time my music, it was quite different from your influences. So maybe you could add something about it.
It was kind of different from other music that I have been working with previously, because I was maybe more into or thinking that it should be a more modern metal sound, but we after the first song that we did go back and forth a little bit, and then we found the right sound, and that also helped me to understand what's important in your music and what should be brought forward or what should be more in the background. But the most different thing was, I think for me, it was the piano. And in your music, it's the kind of the main instrument. And almost, for me, piano has always been something that you add on later on to make stuff bigger, or So I was thinking maybe a little backwards from what we were looking for, but I guess it was different from what I've been doing before, but I think the songs are amazing and they sound really good. So I'm really glad that we found each other and started working on this.
Yeah, it's been a huge adventure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because Oscar, when he discovered the first song Adieu, there were more than 40 tracks.
Yeah.
With all the background voices, the piano, and you have the 8-string guitars like Meshuggah.
Yeah.
You have many challenges, and so the first song took so much time. And then when Oscar discovered how I wanted to bring music with shoegaze and metal, because it's two kind of music, Assess is doing it very well. And I had the chance to meet him several times in Belgium and France. And this is why I've been really inspired by what he said, what he wrote to me on, the album when he signed. And yeah, so when Oscar discovered the music, you have the metalcore and all the time the louder. And here it was, there is the main piano and how we arrange things around to have this good balance. So you have the long solo and the loud guitars, 6 strings for the bass and 8 strings for the guitars. So it's not easy with the piano. That's the main thing, because all is from the piano. There is nothing else. Maybe for a future album it will be different. I say maybe in advance, but the second album is more about brutal things. Here it was an album for everyone. It's light metal with lots of melodies, but I like to change, things. Before first album, I wanted something that every metalhead could listen to it, and not directly with a sound like Meshuggah. It's more difficult to play it after in gigs, and maybe it's too a tiny group. So there was another question also. So I'm looking for that. So it was we talked about the workflow. And so what tools of metal did you use to collaborate at the distance? So maybe you want to talk about it, or your way of doing.
I think we have been communicating through Messenger mostly, and we did use the Google. I don't know I don't remember
Google Drive,
what it's called. It's a Google Drive. It's like the Excel document where you put up all the songs and organized it, and I think that's one of the best things we did just for the workflow. Because when we have all the songs, I can just go in there and see which song needs work and what do I have to do, and it was easy. So if I had maybe an hour over, so I can just go into the document and see if there's something that I can knock out in an hour. That was a very good tool.
Yeah, the story was that on Messenger we have to manage 8 songs at the same time. And it was very difficult because you scroll all the time. Maybe you have something in your micro, the cable, Oscar.
Is it gone?
No.
Okay, maybe.
Sorry, we had a technical problem with the cables. So I will carry on about our collaboration. So as said, Oscar, the Messenger was a huge problem because we had to work on 8 songs at the same time. So my idea was to creating a Google Drive with the folder, the Excel, and then it was so easy to say, okay, this is green, orange, red with the comments, all the things. And we used Logic Pro, so it was easy to export, import. Also with the DSP, the DI file. So it was quite easy. Once we made one song, all the song was okay, and above all, with the Google Drive. And I was inspired by my work because I'm a web developer, and you have all of the tickets, and I say, why not? Can't we use it for the music?
Yeah.
Above all, for an album that took so much time. So the next question was, which song was the most challenging to record, mix, and why? So maybe you have your idea about the mixing.
Yeah, it was definitely the first one, since I didn't know what I was going for, because I wasn't familiar with this kind of music before. So I would say the first song was definitely harder to mix, just because of that.
Yeah. And for me too, I think that Adieu was so challenging with all these tracks.
Yeah.
Even if there was also le chant de la sirène that was very loud in the guitars.
Yeah.
And so there is also, a rhythm like polyrhythmic things. So sometimes five times, sometimes 7 times, sometimes 4 times.
Yeah, right.
And so it's changing all the time. So to compose it was really challenging. But about the mix and to get the good feedback, it was Adieu. Because there were so many tracks to mix, and it's changing all the time depending on the song. So for me, it's these two ones. Maybe we could hear a little demo.
Yeah.
So I will put the sound now. So now we have the following question. Was there a specific moment during the process that surprised you or changed the direction of the album? So maybe I can understand that because there were, as I said, le chant de la sirène, when there was some challenge to mix, I had to change my way of composing the next song. And above all, with the 8-string guitars and the clear solo. At the beginning, it was very high, and after, if you remember, we had to change many times to get the good sound, and it was part of Laucean sound. If you remember.
Yes, I remember. And these things are always challenging for me or for anyone who's mixing other people's music, because I don't have a vision or what the song should or what I want it to sound like before. Like you do. You have a vision or you have a feeling about it, and I just get it and I hear it and I mix it as I think it should sound. And sometimes it's not right the first time, and but we got it to a good place at the end.
But there is one song you've mixed so well. The first time it was L'Océan, that means the ocean in French. And so this one, I think that it was many songs after. And the first time it was like, you need to change some tiny things, but it was so clear. And I think that in for the future songs, it will be better and better.
Yeah.
Because
Definitely.
you understood. I mean, you got it. My universe.
Yeah. We for every song that we do together, it always come closer to each other,
Yeah.
music wise, and we understand each other better and
Yeah.
better for every song. So I guess after another album or two albums, we should know exactly what the intentions are. Like when I hear
Yeah.
a new song, I can almost guess how it should be by then.
Yeah. You know what to expect now.
Yeah.
And so, do you have any funny or memorable anecdotes from the mix or the sessions? Maybe I have my idea, but
Not that I can think of right now, but it was quite a long time that we were working on these songs.
yeah.
So
To remember, we are in August and we
Yeah.
finished the album in January,
Yeah.
February, so something like that.
Yeah.
But for me, I have an idea of Adieu.
Yeah.
Because Adieu means far away forever.
Yeah.
And Adieu in Swedish is like adios in Spanish.
Yeah.
And so the first time he said adieu,
Yeah.
and so I was like, but why do you tell me that? I'm not dead.
Yeah.
And this is part
Yeah.
of languages, Swedish, French,
Yeah.
and we.
Yeah, it's almost
And
almost the same word, but it has a slightly different meaning. I've learned.
yeah,
But
and every time I say "Hu mordu"
Yeah. Yeah.
to say "How are you," this is like something I repeat all the time. So after that, I try to say "All is okay," "Are you good?" And I've learned a little bit of Swedish, but sometimes it didn't work as I wanted to because it's a Germanic language I really love, but I need to practice.
Yeah.
But it was quite funny to at the beginning to use all the time the same words to
Yeah.
say hello.
Yeah.
um, so we have so many other questions, but so how long did it take from the very first demo to the finished album? So I already said something, but February, but I think that it was in September to 2024.
Yeah.
So I think that it was about 6 months, but 2 months of mixing and 4 months of recording. But it was already before because there were singles.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we took more time. I don't know, Oscar, if you have other things to say.
Now
But
I
time.
think the internet is going slow again.
Okay. So
It's,
this is why we live so far away sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now,
it's
now,
no
now I
problem.
can hear you. No, now it's perfect.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
So
So
the next question is, what were the biggest artistic or technical challenges we face? So for me, it was maybe you have the same idea. It was to find a good sound and that the album sounds well all along the songs.
Yeah.
I think that was
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was to find the sound. I should say was the one of the hardest things to get it right. Otherwise, I think the work has been going good. We have going back and forth, but that's usual. Some cases we were going back and forth many times on stuff, but that's also nothing out of the ordinary. But yeah, to find the sound and in the process, I was getting more and more into this sound. So it was a learning curve for me. But
yeah, sometimes you sung the songs by yourself also.
Yeah.
You told me.
Yeah, I did.
And it was the same for me.
Yeah, that's a curse of working with the music, or at least the production side. You get to hear songs so many times, so you know them outside and in, or can you say that? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there were some moments of depth also, because when you listen to the music all the time, you can't be focused, and this is why also it took time. I mean, several months, because when you have the song for 2-3 weeks, and it's been 100 times you listen to it, you're like tired. So I had to switch from one song to another one, and sometimes I could also sing under the shower or in the car, all the time with the songs. And so it was funny when you said, okay, I was at home and I sang one of the songs by myself because the melody was in my head.
Yeah.
So I thought also that it was funny.
Yeah.
So my job is done. The song is great.
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
And so in the question, there was, which track is your personal favorite and why?
Well, I think for me it's Apocalypse. I think that one resonates with me. It has this big and evil intro. It's it's huge. And it's also got this melodic stuff as well. So I think that one is my personal favorite.
Yeah. For me, it was more the first song, L'Océan, because there is the two, it's a long song with like two songs together.
Yeah.
So you have the first riff with the main melodies, and after it's atmospheric. But it's very difficult to choose just one song, because when you said Apocalypse, it's like totally different. And I think that this song could be awesome. We see in the streams in the days to come when it will be on Spotify and other streaming platforms. But the Apocalypse was also challenging about the screaming and the groaning. This is something I have to practice also for live, because there is a big difference between recording and doing it on stage.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think that's this song. I mean, these two songs could be really great, but it depends on kind of people. Sometimes more about melody. So L'Océan could be better, and people who loves metalcore will be more about the Apocalypse, and you're talking about the end of humanity because of pollutions and all these happy things. So it's not metal otherwise.
No.
So there was also so we had the question, your personal favorite.
Yes.
But if we had to pick one song that best represents the whole album, which one would it be? So it's different. It's not personal, but what you could say, okay, this album is from Laucean.
Yeah. I guess
if you can say it French.
No, I can't pronounce the names correctly, even if I try.
Yeah, I say it and I will correct after.
But
no problem.
I think Adieu is. I think that one is a good song to represent the whole album, and also maybe can't remember the name. I have to open it up.
Le chant de la sirène.
Yeah, that's the one. Yes.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah.
Both of those songs, I think they could represent the album for sure. But I'm leaning more towards Adieu. Because it's
this one is very special. Yeah, it was our first song together, I think. And the more challenging, as we said, and there are some. It's 8 minutes of song, so I could play it just after the question. But yeah, it's something really special. So yeah, for me it's difficult. I mean, I'm the creator, so I have all of them, but maybe yes, Adieu is a good idea about the album. But like as I said, my favorite is Laucean, so the first song, and this one is very clear. And it's I think that it's one of the the better mixed, because as I said, the first version was very good, and you understood how I worked from my home studio, and so about mixing and mastering, I think that is the best in the album. And the song is short, so it could be also be streamed easily, on the radio, things like that. Adieu is 8 minutes, so it's more difficult. You have to take time to understand also the meaning of the lyrics, because it's when you lose someone that you loved very much. And the song was at the beginning about my grandparents, but also when I lost my dog. So it's like an empty things. And the song was so I lived in Boulogne-sur-Mer, so it's it's a location in France. And so I remember to just I was watching the waves, from oceans, and it's like that. It began to I created this on the piano after to just feel good, and this is why it was on one of the first to be recorded. So I replay the song we talked just a minute ago, and then we carry on the questions. So the next question is, what do you think this album speaks the most? So it could it be to metalheads or other people, maybe?
I personally think that it will, this album could be listened to by everyone. Metalheads to just ordinary people who likes good melodies, because the songs are so they're different from each other, and they also, even in one song, you have such a broad spectrum of different styles, and like you said, there's one song that's almost like it's two songs in one.
Mm.
So I think everyone can enjoy this album because it's so broad, or
Yeah.
even
Well, this is feedback I've got
Yeah.
from people. Even if they hate the growling
Yeah.
voice, sometimes they say, "I really love the piano. I really love how it sounds, but screaming and growling is not my taste of tea."
Yeah.
So this is why maybe in months to come or later, and we already, share the ID, but I can say on YouTube to do an acoustic versions. So there will be only the piano, cello, violin, and voice. Maybe some pieces of guitars to say, okay, this is the song we are listening to. But I think that it's for most metalheads, but all kind of metalheads.
Yeah.
It's not Meshuggah fans or Gojira fans. It's like everyone could hear it. For people that doesn't like metal, it could fit, but not all the songs. If we take We Are Flings, this is the first, and it's been most appreciated, if we can say like that.
Yeah.
And Adieu was not so good on streaming. It was not the best statistics, so it depends, I think.
Yeah.
So there is a question about what do you hope listeners will feel when they hear the album for the first time. So this is a question maybe weird, but we could maybe think about it. I don't know your opinion.
I think you can feel very different feelings, and very many feelings throughout the whole album, because you have some parts that are like, very, I should say, angry, or they are typical metal parts, and there are other parts that are more maybe sad. It's I don't know the English word, but vemod in Swedish.
How do you say that?
Vemod.
Vemod.
Vemod. Yeah, but I think you can if you listen to the whole album, it's like going on a journey, maybe through life. You experience a lot of different feelings throughout the whole album, and you even have some parts that are more happy and uplifting, like We Are Earthlings. And Laucean. I think it's kind of, you feeling, it's not sad, but it has more of what do you say, hopeful feeling about it. At least that's how I feel when I hear it. So it's like a journey. You have a lot of feelings.
Yeah, and that's what sometimes there were songs I imagine like very sad, and you have the instrumental song L'Espoir, that means the hope. And it's like very happy melody. So you have the loud guitars, but you have all the things around. And yes, I didn't want something just sad and not happy. It's like a mix of emotions, and also the songs have been composed at different period of time. If you take Adieu, it was years ago when I was 20 years old. Ton Étoile, so the last song, it was my first song with my brother. We wrote the lyrics, and I was maybe 12 or 13. So this is why all the song was all together, and we wanted to create a story about, as I said, many themes. It's not just animals, or it's a life cycle of life. There are things that can be born, and sometimes there is death, and it's all the story about the album. You have good memories about. I mean, if we are not sad, it's special because if you want to protect animals environment, it's because it brings you joy and happiness. And just before the interview, we talked about how to take a cup of coffee in the nature, listening to the birds. And so, all is not lost, all is not sad, but it's part of life. And without that, we can't be happy.
Yes.
So this is a little bit the idea. There is a question about how do you imagine the life of this album after the release? So this is a question about me. So after the release, there will be all the question about the pressing. So at the moment, there are vinyls and CD that's been produced. There were the crowdfunding campaign that lasted 6 months, so it's a lot. And after that, I think that there will be the acoustic songs, so the same from the album but in EP, and only on Spotify, because pressing vinyls and CD takes a lot of time with the design, the tests. It's a huge adventure when you're you do it by yourself and you're not a label. It took all my summer, to be honest. And after that, I would like to play gigs in 2026. So I have some musicians who would like to play the stems and the things on the stage. We need to repeat, so during the autumn, the fall, and the winter. And how that the song will be played on the stage after that. But most important is we release the album, after that the acoustic, and after that the gigs. So this is how people will see, but in background, this is what it will happen. And also I prepared some songs about the second album in so I would like to release it in summer or fall 2026. But the theme is very different. And now that we've done an album, it's easier to produce it, because I know the challenge and how we can work. So it's like a pre-work before, because we had many challenges. And also I want to bring the piano, but not like the first album. So it won't be all the main song, but more about effects and particles that will put magic on the metal stuff. So at the moment, it's just a draft, but after that, I think that Oscar will receive my songs maybe in 2 or 3 months, something like that. And I will do also shorter songs because on stage it will be easier to play, and it will be more aggressive. So for a good atmosphere with the fans, I think that it could be great. Then the first album is more it's quieter and more with melodies. So we have 3 questions left, and it's about the closing.
I just want to add one thing.
Let's go.
I noticed it when you were talking. You were mentioning that the songs are written in different times of your life, and that was actually one of the things that made it was a bit hard on the end of the project when we were mastering, and we were trying to get stuff closer to make it sound as they were keeping together, and that may have been one thing that the songs were written at different times, different yeah, everything was different in that sense. So I imagine that the second album will be more consistent in stuff like that, when how it was written and how it was played and everything. So
Yeah.
but that's nothing that's something you no one can change it, because of the songs were already written. But I just wanted to mention it.
Yeah, it was a big challenge, and now all we sound the same, with the same guitar, with the same things. It will be more,
Exactly.
like a unique product. That it was. But the first album is never perfect, I think.
No.
It's quite rare for an artist to have a first album to be famous with that. Just idea, try to find the good sound, the good fans. Maybe we see also with the statistics which song will be better than others, and so this is why I want to wait for a few months. And if Apocalypse is the first one, because it's the louder, I know how to play the other song for a second album. And the opposite, if the melodies are just more appreciated, maybe I will put some melodies in more than this album. But here, just piano with particles, more technical stuff about the riff. I love Meshuggah, I love Gojira, and I want something that smashes your face. Just it's a huge sound.
Yeah.
And I like also to change. But yeah, the first album was I have so many ideas, so many songs on my computer, and I just I chose some of them. I played it and say, okay, I think that it could be all together, and this is why there are so many themes. Because I wanted to speak a lot of things, but Ces Êtres Oubliés, so the forgotten souls, is like it link everything, and it's taken a long time before finding the good name, because it's all different songs.
Yeah, and I just want to say as well, as it doesn't have to be a bad thing at all that the songs are so different. In fact, it could be.
No.
I think it could be a strength for the album. It was just a challenge when we were working with the songs and trying to get them as close as possible. But I think it could be a good thing that they are different, because it gives the album more variety. And
but there was also the challenge of the cost, because an album costs a lot.
Yeah.
And so when we had the 3 first songs, so it was as a single, and so onto an album, it's like different. As I said, we have things has been not mixed so well, and so we had to work on that. Guitars were so different, the sound was different. It's a 6 strings guitar, not a 8 strings guitar. The drums was different. I had to sing again my voice and the screaming. So it was not an easy task to take a song you made 1 year ago and to just open the project. It's like, okay, I've done all of that, and I need to mix again everything with the good tempo. So it was very, very challenging. And so as I said, we have 3 left questions. So it's the closing. And so if you had to describe your collaboration in one word each, what would it be?
I think
It's very hard.
Yeah, I think I would say good communication. That's my that's what come to mind for me. I think we have had very good communication through all the projects, and good organization as well. But communication
Yeah.
I think for me, it's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
For me,
about
it's
you.
above all friendship.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at the beginning it was more contact about, I need you to mix my song, and so the beginning I'm already a big fan of Nordic countries, so it was Finland, but month after month I had to know you and about your family, your children, and I wanted to visit Sweden. I visited, Norway and Finland, but not Sweden yet. And it was great because beside the song, it was like when we recorded this album, sometimes we can feel sad. We have problems about work, about so many things, and so beside it, we could communicate by Messenger. And thanks to Google Drive and how we organized the things, it was really splitted.
Yeah.
There is the work for the album, and Messenger was only used to take news, to share sometimes a link, but and we've done video call. We talked a lot about projects besides music, and so friendship, because now we know very well each other, even if we haven't met in real life, but it will be very soon, because I would like to go to Sweden in months or years to come.
Yeah.
So if I go to Finland, I will take from Turku to Stockholm.
A small detour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be all right.
Yeah.
And so we have if we have we talk so about the distance, but if we have any advice for other artists and sound engineers working remotely, what we could give, maybe. So speaking English. I think it's
Speaking English is a good thing. It's hard if you don't speak the same language, or if you can't speak. Yeah. But I will say, I touched on the organized thing before, and I think good organization can be a key to have a good workflow, and at least if you're doing just one song or so, then it's not so much to organize. But in our case, when we had a whole album, it really made a huge difference to have the good organization in order. So
I see our messengers. It was like
it was
a mess.
almost impossible to scroll back and find something. So if you're doing an album or maybe an EP, stay organized. I would say. And if it's just a song, I think it's the communication. If you just communicate well and try to explain what you want and what you're aiming for, or whatever, communication is the key. Because I know sometimes when I mix stuff for other people, they don't tell me that much about what they want, and the more I know, the more information and the more reference songs and everything, it makes it easier for me to understand. And I think maybe people, they don't, since they're not mixing themselves, they don't think about that, but they just sometimes people just think that they just hand me the files and I will make it sound the way they want it. But I have to know what's the most important instrument, or what role does this guitar melody have, or stuff like that, and communicate well if it's just a single. So
Yeah, for me it was simple because it was all the time piano,
Yeah.
piano
Yep.
every time. And when we started to mix the songs, I had a Google document,
Yeah.
and in the description it was like a lot of things to say, okay, this is what I want to hear first, the background. There was all the layers, the duration, and I put the references, like, okay, the riff may sound like Gojira, and the guitars like Alcest, because it's one of my favorite bands and that inspired me. So like 2 weeks ago, I saw once again Gojira for maybe 30 times since 2008. Every time Gojira go to Lille or other cities or festivals, I'm there. And even in Autriche, Austria, Vienna. I've been to there to meet, but now they are so famous that I can't see them so easily. Before it was like a small death metal band, and it was easy to communicate. But now they are too famous, so it's impossible. But yeah, it was to put references, description. I'm someone who talk a lot, so it makes things easy. Yeah.
In that
Over
sense, it's very good.
With a Swedish guy.
Yeah.
And
I'm a
so
good
it was
listener.
Yes. Yeah, many vocals on messengers, and Oscar, listened very well things, and he understand directly what I meant with all the words. There were so many sentences that he could say a summary with 2 sentences. Sometimes, I record a vocal of 3-4 minutes, and he say, okay, what you want is this point, this point, this point. And I say, okay. So he can treat all my long talk. And we have the last question, because it's been already a long time we are talking. And so finally, what would you like to say to the people who are waiting to discover this album? So it's in 1 week now, after 1 year of work together and pressing stuff. So maybe you have your opinion about that.
Yeah, I would say that I don't think that they can they don't know what to expect, or it's like you have so much, like we were talking about earlier. You have all the different parts and types of music into one album. So I would say that they're in for a treat. Definitely.
Yeah.
There are a lot of good songs and a lot of good melodies that will, if they listen, they will be stuck on their mind.
Yeah, I feel also that some melody will be in the head, because it repeats a lot all along the song. So I think that they could sing very easily, like Adieu. And also it's all the time the same lyrics, like a mantra. I didn't say in the interviews, but it was also the goal, because when it's in French, you could easily, repeat the same sentences. And so I think, the melodies, but they will be surprised by Apocalypse and Chant de la Sirène, because the first singles were, quiet.
Yeah.
And after the second song, they will hear another word of L'Océan and what I've created since the beginning. So I think that they'll be very surprised, and maybe also the last song, because it's a really doom metal thing.
Yes.
Ton
Étoile is the last song, right?
Yeah, Ton Étoile is the last one, and it was the first song I've composed with my brother, so it's more than 20 years ago. And so when you listen all along the album, it's like, what is this kind of song? It's like a ballad, in piano.
Yeah.
And then when you have all the guitars and the growling, you understand that it's not what you imagine. It's not a ballad. It's more about doom metal, and it's also about death. When you more Adieu is more about death for all kind of people or animals, but Ton Étoile is your love. It's when you are with someone for 30 years, and someone die and you have to live by yourself. And Ton Étoile was also a poem about when you look at the stars, you imagine that people go away, and it was a very poetic way. But I think that they'll be surprised by the loud sounds of these two songs, so Apocalypse and Le Chant, sirène. The last one that is something quite different from all the others. So the people that never listen to the singles, they say, okay, it's metal, but with all these pianos, maybe weird. And I think that, artists compose things on the guitars directly, and when it's from the piano, maybe it's a different approach to do it. So, but this is why I'm thinking, but maybe listener will comment later when the album will be released, and we could be surprised by the opinion. We just imagine how it could be interpreted by the people, but we don't know later. But I think that melodies, loud guitars, and Ton Étoile, that is very different from all the songs. So. And so we've done all the questions with this interview remotely. We hope that you loved it, this making of. It was our first time. We were a little bit also stressed about that. Because we worked for all the year, and we wanted to make a small talk about this album, because 1 year is not nothing. And maybe it could bring an idea about the album, and maybe for artists who want to compose an album without a label. I want you to say that, because it's very difficult when you start a project, and also you have it. So this is what I had as problem, is because when you're a musician, you have all these songs and you don't know how to start, how to mix something, how to contact an audio engineer, how to press an album. As Oscar said, mastering took so much time to put all the things together. And so maybe it could help many artists or audio engineer to work with artists in metal music.
And that's one thing that I can say, if someone is looking at this and is thinking about doing an album without a label, you need to, or at least I think you need to have a team with people. You can't do everything yourself. You can do a lot of things yourself these days, but you can't do everything. You can't do writing, composing, recording, and mixing, and mastering, and vinyl pressing. Sometimes it's for the best to bring in someone who can help you. Oftentimes it's even if you are good at mixing or whatever, you will get another person's view on the songs and sounds, and and that's always going to be helpful. So
yeah, when I said I lost 10 years, I wanted to do everything by myself. And during the COVID, I wanted to mix with my gears in home studio. And it took time to say, okay, maybe it's well mixed, but it's not professional. And this is why Oscar works with me. And we are 7 people behind Laucean, because there is the designer. There will be an interview soon with her. But it took also several months to how to bring the cover, the lyrics book, so a booklet, the inserts, what's inside it's not etiquette, but it's the label inside the vinyl. There is also the people for the t-shirt, like I have now. So the pressing guys. So it's a Belgian vinyl, red hot CD. There is the company Smart that helps me to pay everything as an artist and an enterprise. So yeah, for 1 year it's been, as I said, a big adventure, and you can't do it by yourself. For an artist, it's better to just focus on the creations, and even if it costs a lot, when you do by other people, the result is so great that you can create a second and third album. It's easier, and Oscar has been, he works so well that I'm very proud, because without him, as I said in the intro, the album will be not released at all. And also your mastering guy.
Yeah.
I forgot him. Yeah. So
Yeah.
hello.
Rickard Lindvall.
Maybe I will meet later.
Yeah, he mastered the whole album. I just did mixing. So he's a mastering wizard. He fixed everything.
Yeah. For a long time I said the mastering guy, but he's got a name.
Yeah, he actually got one. Yes. So yeah.
So let's finish this interview.
Yes.
And so don't hesitate to like, comment, and share this video on YouTube. We hope that you loved it.
Yeah.
So there will be maybe other ones for future EP albums soon, maybe with Kriek, who is the artist that made all the cover. It will be in French because she's from France. But I think that it could be also interesting to see how we worked for the visual, because even the logo, it took 3 months. So I think that it could be a good interview for French people, and we try to add the subtitles in English, maybe not in Swedish, but
English is fine.
English is fine.
Yeah.
Not Finnish.
That's too hard.
Too hard.
Yeah.
Even if I can speak a little bit, it will be too hard for 1 hour of interview.
Yeah.
I don't have the level.
No.
So bye everyone. Have a nice day, and we hope that you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Bye.